Hi guys, thank you so much for watching my video, especially this one. Communication we have in our relationship is wonderful because if you meet someone you cannot really communicate with, when you're talking of another topic, the person is in another page discussing the same thing with you. It's so bad. You wouldn't know how to feel or react, that you bring out something you really want to have the person's attention on, discuss it with the person and solve this problem one time and for all, and the person is not paying attention. You're talking to the person is still talking to you about a different thing or trying to tell you what your fault is your fault. You are the reason why this particular thing is happening. How are you going to do this one? This is so embarrassing. How you can't just describe it. You can't just describe this kind of a thing. This is the more reasons why how someone looks and how the person thinks is not something we can predict and say this is who the person is going to be, because the person can come into a relationship and start acting or for you becoming a different thing from what you ever imagined. Someone in a suit working in an office that has to do with people, interact with people, discuss with people, have understanding with people. You bring this person into a relationship and the person turns out to be a different thing, different person from the person who is working in an office. This relationship is wonderful. I can't say what God has created in relationship. When someone is like this, that you think you cannot communicate with this person, and I know this is most times more difficult in women, that they have some things they want to discuss with this person, they want to solve this problem, have this problem gone, that this will not be a case in the relationship. How the person will give you that thing you want, what you desire to have, the kind of person you want to have in a relationship, to have a very healthy discussion with the person in order to make the relationship move. But this person is not giving you any listening ear at all. Sometimes it's because the person don't want to handle this issue. The person don't want the issue to die out. Or the person doesn't want to give you what you want. When the person don't want peace, the person want the relationship to end, why should the person give more effort in making this conversation work out for you people to come to an agreement and say, this is how things are going to be from now on? The person is not going to do it. But what is important is not how the person is reacting to this discussion. The most important thing is how you are going to be happy. How are you going to move on and live in this same relationship if you want to continue it, and then still be yourself, happy and behave, or it will be for you like nothing happened. You're not suffering, you're not under pressure because of that. So every time there are many things we want our partner to change or to start doing the other way that pleases us. But one thing we forget to understand is that this person is another person and cannot be like us. If the person wants us to change some things, amend some things in order to do the things the way that pleases our partner, it won't also be very easy for us to do. So I usually take these things one after the other. So instead of listing and counting out all what the person did that I don't like or that I want to be done in a way that will please me or in my own way, let's say like that. So I take it one after the other. So when the person is in a good mood and something happened, I'll bring in this particular one problem that is disturbing me. And I will say, I don't like it that every time you keep the scissors here. Every time I take the scissors, I put it here, you keep it every time here. What do? I make sure that whenever I see this scissors here, I take it and put it somewhere. And I stop getting angry, disturbed about how the person is doing this thing. Because I want to live. I want to have a happy life. I don't need anything that is disturbing me. So whenever this person do it like this, I tell myself, this has become my duty. Initially, it will start making me angry, making me I don't like this and I don't feel comfortable about this thing. But after some time, I start accepting it. This person, I'm not going to be able to make this person do what the person doesn't want to do. And I want this relationship. So I see this thing as some of the things I'm going to deal with in this relationship. So I start doing the things how I want it to be. And if these things are things I can ignore and I say, okay, this is what you put on this table. I don't like it there, but let me just leave the scissors here. After all, this way you're doing this and it's not really disturbing me, that is biting my skin. So why don't I let you do your thing and I mind my business? Instead of me to discussing this thing with you every time and discussing a small problem. Do you know that confrontation, discussion, you saying you don't like how somebody do something is the main problem? Because if you see that thing that is good, is okay in your eyes, if you can stop talking about things you don't like the way they are done, how the person do this thing, you stop disturbing yourself about it, I tell you the relationship will be perfect. That is the only problem we have. We wanting the things to be done the way we think for ourselves is right. And the things should be kept and be done the way we want it, because this way we want it is the perfect way to do it, and the way the other person is doing it is not good, it's stupid, it's not smart enough. This is what is the main thing that is disturbing us. If we can continue to accept that the way this person do the thing is the right way, this is the way the person wants to do it, and this person has also his or her freedom to do the thing the way the person wants it. Let's take for instance, if I give you this plate and I say, this plate, you just finish eating cake with this plate and you want to leave this plate for a little bit before you wash it, because in you are the type who like to finish eating this food and relax a little bit before you go and keep the plate. We are using this as an instance to other things. And your partner is the kind of person who wants you, immediately you finish eating this cake, please, you need to wash this thing immediately and dry it, put it in a perfect place. This is the problem we have in a relationship. If we can compare this to many other things that are happening in a relationship. So if you say, I have married this person, or I'm in a relationship with this person, and this person likes to do his things the way he or she wants it, by eating with this thing and leaving it and doing it at the person's time, because it's also pressure when you have to pressurize me every time to wash this thing at your own way. I finish eating. Usually, I really want to sit down and relax after eating this thing. And now I have to be under pressure to rush to go and wash this thing because you, my partner, want me to do it like that. How long? How long will I start chasing? Or how long will I continue to do this thing to please you that is disturbing me, that is displeasing me, to eat, finish, get up, rushing this marathon of washing the plate, drying it and keep it because you want it like this? Then you see that we are all different. There is no way we can be doing exactly what you want and not what we want. And as a mature person, I think the person have the right to do whatever the person wants, but as long as it's not something that is hurting somebody. This is why we talk about emotional feelings. These are things that are hurting us emotionally, that the person did not do this thing. The person knows that this thing, when you do it, it pains us. It hurts us when we see that you do this thing the way that does not please us. If we can start living in a way that This thing, you are a mature person. You can do it how you want to do it. It's your money. You can do with it whatever you want. Give it to whoever you want. It's your decision. Take it and live with it however you want. Why? I do mine. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody. And we also prevent it from hurting us when it's not necessary. I don't think anyone can have any problem with the partner. We sometimes mingle ourselves in where we're not supposed to miss ourselves in. It's true, it's your partner. There's no you, there's no the other person. But at the same time, there's small breathing space. Between this relationship, we should give the other person a little breathing space. It's just like I have this hair. Many people will not like this hair. Just like, for instance, my partner is telling me that why do I like to plait this hair that is so off that everybody is not plaiting, but it's my hair. This is my hair. I should make how it pleases me. When someone starts giving me pressure about the way the hair looks, then the person is a kind of trespassing. If I don't do this to the person, that I start complaining about small little things I could just close my eyes over and ignore, there'll be no need for discussion. That communication we are lacking, that there should be misunderstanding, where I should complain that the person is not listening and talking to me. There won't be that. If we could just ignore some things and do like we did not see them. And stop listing out everything, what the person is supposed to do and the person is not doing. Stop comparing the person to the other person. The person did like this, the person did like this, and you cannot do what the other person do. These are what people are doing and they are not doing like this. Communication is difficult simply because all of us have different way we reason and understand things. And this made it so difficult for us to see what you are doing that is wrong. Because that thing we are seeing wrong is very right in another person's eye. When we stop complaining, we will have less things to talk about. Less things to discuss that we will start saying if the person can communicate with us or not. Let's be a little bit happy, because the more happy we are, the less things get on our nerves. We stop getting irritated about so many things. Someone who is happy doesn't easily get angry or gets sad about something somebody do. Is this us not being happy that is making us see things very wrong? Everything somebody does starts disturbing us. We start putting our eyes where our eyes should not be on. And if we get a little bit busy, like we have a lot to do, that we have no time to start seeing what somebody did wrong or right. Mostly when that thing does not really concern us like that. When the thing is not something that is really disturbing us. There is a way somebody will do something, we see that that thing is not on our body. That thing is not preventing us from doing anything. This is a lifestyle somebody have chosen. Or how the person's character is. We see that if we come to the right sense, we will see that this thing this person is doing is not really disturbing us. It's us who is disturbing ourselves. We keep disturbing ourselves for nothing. If you think I'm lying, try it. See if most things what you complain about your partner are really things that should disturb you. That someone said, this is the way I want to do something. You let it go and say, okay, is this a lifestyle you have chosen? There's no need to start getting angry behind the person's back, like you are angry about this, but the person do not know. And you try to show the person a little bit wickedness or punish the person or stay on your own. Any kind of reaction that is negative, you want to show the person to pay the price for that thing the person do. You're just also destroying yourself. You want to live in enmity, in wickedness. It's better to just, okay, see how you want to do it with good heart and say, okay, you want to do it like that, okay, no problem. And this is not the reason why you're going to do another thing what the person doesn't like. Okay, since you do this thing, then I think I'm allowed to do this. This is also a reason why you should not do what somebody wants you to do that is not really comfortable for you to do. And mostly, initially, when the relationship starts and somebody wants you to change this, change that, do like this, do like the other way, and you know deep down in you that you're used to doing this thing like this, or you have gotten so accustomed to doing your thing like this, and this thing this person is asking you to do, it's very difficult for you to just change. You know, sometimes we don't even know that we are so, I can't call it addicted to something, but it's close to it, that we are so used to doing something this way that when somebody asks us to stop doing it, even if it's something we like to eat or drink so much, we will only know that when that thing is taken away from us. That's when we know how used to we are to that thing. So it's not something when somebody asks you to stop or change something, you say yes. You tell the person, I'm going to give it a trial. I'm going to work on it. Even when there's something you cannot work on, it's good to play about and say, oh God, I've done it again. Oh God, this is so difficult for me to do. I don't know why. I don't know, I can't just get this thing done. That the person know that you're taking it with good heart. You're not offended. You're not somehow grudging about the little tiny things. The most problem we have in relationship is us. If we can just love that person and love everything the person does, that's why sometimes this love, some people don't have it completely. Because if you really love someone or you have loved someone, you will see that it's difficult for you to hate, to dislike what someone you love does. It's difficult because all you want is the person's happiness. You want the person to be free and flow. Everything the person does gladdens your heart. But because we step a little back from our love for that person, because of so many things that has happened, or where we put the person, we think we've given the person so much right. We have made the person so much special that we decide to step back, or something has killed the love. And everything the person does starts to make us angry. Start getting on our nerves. That we start becoming more sad than happy when we see the person, when the person is happy, when the person make any action, everything the person does no longer pleases our heart. We no longer like to see the person, not to talk of seeing the person living happily. We no longer like to see the person, not to talk of seeing the person comfortable. These are the things that are disturbing our relationship. If we are there with our whole heart, with love, with happiness, our problems will be less. If we are there with our whole hearts, we are happy, we are concerned, we care, we have love and happiness in us, kindness, mercy, and pity on this person, little things will stop disturbing us. There will be no much things to discuss and complain about that will lead to we can't communicate. If someone is happy, there'll be a good communication and understanding, because the person will give you a little attention and want to know this thing you want to share with the person. What is it? Are you okay? Is there any problem? How can I help you? Because there's love, there's care. It's not all about the communication. It's about what we feel deep down inside us that is hindering every other thing we need to do to make the relationship work. But every time we are pointing on, oh, it's the way the person reason, is the understanding, is it? It's not it. There are so many other things to it that is disturbing us in our relationship. These things, what we should have in us as someone who have a relationship with someone, the affection, the passion, the wanting the person to be everything and all for us, wanting to give the person everything the person needs. When we have it, there's nothing the person say or the person want to communicate with us that we're not going to hear. We need to do something about our mindset, what we think and feel about the person. We need to do something about our heart, the forgiveness, the having the person as one and the only. It will do us a lot of good in our communication, in our relationship. I just hope you try this, because I tried it. I found peace. Because we want to program the person to live and become what we want. It's impossible. If you have a little child, I always bring children into my topic because I have kids. If you say it's a lie, you bring your child and want your child to do every time what you want that pleases you, that little child will say, but no, I want it like this. So why don't your partner have the right to want it like this? This is what you ask yourself. If a little child wants his or her thing to be done like this, why can't your partner do it how she or he wants it? We see that we are disturbing ourselves for nothing. The problem with us is not all these things we are pointing at. The problem with us is what we have in mind, how we put that person and what that person means to us. Thank you so much for coming to watch my video today. I'm so grateful. Thank you for subscribing. I would like to see you next time watching my video. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.